Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Rebel Racing Network. This is Eddie Smith, and we are getting ready to tackle Richmond tonight in the Tour Mods for the Cody Boehm's Lawn Service 125. Getting ready for start the show as we see what these guys have in store for us tonight as we bring this season to a close. Uh, this is the penultimate race. So we got this week and we got next week, and it is over. So really quick season, but a really great season of racing. Had a lot of fun, and tonight should deliver the same as we pull up the schedule. We're down here 10:27 Richmond. We got Hickory next week, and well, we're going to check the standings right before we start the grid, and you'll see that Josh Oswald, after last week, was able to really extend his lead and has got a really comfortable lead heading into the last two races. So um, while the battle for fourth is completely tied, and there's a lot of battles, that whole battle for third is going to be tough. So we're going to see a lot of, we got about five guys who are eligible to finish third there, just really close. So, gonna have to see what these guys are made of, and see if Josh Oswald able to hold off a charge. It looks like all he's got to do is really just maintain. Don't have any catastrophic failures, and he's going to wrap up the championship. So, but that's why we run the races. We're not handing him the trophy just yet. He has got to go out there and earn it. He is here tonight, trying to make that happen. So, um, a couple races where he's taken out early, something like that could close the gap a lot. But that would pretty much, he'd have to finish last in both races, and I'm still not sure that he would lose championship. So, gonna have us a B main for some reason with one car, but we're gonna have us a little Phil Hitman Monzo solo act tonight. I wouldn't want to see Phil Hitman Monzo with somebody else, much less solo, but we're gonna run one car in this B main. Field's gonna have a lot of pressure on him. He's got a lot of eyeballs. All the other fellas are watching him go around this track, and so he's got the viewers and the participants in the race. So no pressure, Phil, but knock these laps out. 20 laps. Yeah, 20 laps to get him a few laps of practice in. Make sure that setup is good to go. Seems like he's really taking it easy through the corners here. I couldn't see if Magic Mike was in the race, but Phil just may be lonely that his good buddy and friend, pal, is not in the race. Well, let's pull up the track map and let's kind of see where everybody's at on the track. That way, I don't really have much to say. That way y'all can keep track of all the battles on the track. Just check out the track map. Since we got one driver on the field, let's go ahead and do a little highlight of him. And there's Phil there on Magic Mike's shoulders. Look at him just having a blast up there. Take that and put that down here as we kind of highlight the driver in the race right now. Yeah. Another great picture. Yeah, we can do that. We can get him up for the roof. Talk about his great win. Those awesome pictures, but yeah, just so Hitman really showing off here in this B main. I mean, just a class of a field. Really nobody able to touch him so far, as he has been laying down the fastest lap of the race so far. Has moved up the most spots as anybody else, and you know, not anyone in the same zip code. So don't think anybody's gonna be able to stop Phil tonight. Let's bring up the battle box and let's see what the position, if we can see. The battle box didn't even show. All right, well, 4 laps to go, then we will jump right into the feature and have some racing, as I know Phil would like to get out there and be around some other cars. And hopefully we get a podium graphic for the B main tonight, as I know Phil would like to see himself winner of the B main. Oh, he gets loose off the corner there. I thought we were going to have a caution. Bunch of these guys back up. White flag is out. Hitman Monzo. I think he's going to be able to hold off the late race charge and take home the victory in the B main tonight. Goes down in 3 and 4. There's your winner, Phil Hitman Monzo. Congratulations, Phil. You kicked their ass tonight. All right, well, let's go ahead and get the grid up here as as guys are getting ready to jump in here, and let's get this feature in tonight at Richmond for the Boehm's Law Service 125. Going to be a great race. I'm excited to get this one going. As we have about 2 minutes of warm up, so we'll take our time and kind of highlight a couple drivers. Sam Wetstein fighting for 3rd place in points. Looking to have a better night tonight than he had the last few weeks, where he's just ended up in accidents early on in the race. So hopefully he can get it together tonight and try to get himself a good finish and not have any issues. Because I know he is tired of being in the pits and wants to get out there and race and make it to the checkered flag. So hope to see that tonight. Hope to see him have a good run. 2nd place in points, Garrett Kinder. Going to do the best he can. He's got to go out there and win and have the best race he can possibly have, and hope that I'm sure he doesn't want Josh to have any bad races, but if something does happen, he'll be ready and taking full advantage of that and try to get up there and steal this championship. Yeah, Kevin, open setups tonight, 125 laps, 1 set of tires. Fuel will not be an issue, so they shouldn't have a pit, but they'll have a fast repair if they do have an accident. So if you get into a wreck, you're not totally out of it. I would think with Richmond, there's not too much tire saving that you'll need to do at night with a decently cool track, so you really won't have to save these tires that much. I think you can go as hard as you want to, but we'll see how that plays out as warm-up is finished. So let's go ahead and bring up the grid. And on pole is Kevin Anderson. No surprise there. He seems to live up there. Garrett Kinder on the outside of the front row. Mike Steffen in the 669 car on the inside, starting 3rd. Starting on the outside, 2nd row is Mike Ailio Jr. Sorry, I'm mess that up quite a bit. Ailio. Hey, we're gonna do the best we can. We're gonna call you Mike. Mike Hasty starting 5th. Thomas Capuano starting 6th. Sam Wetstein starting 7th. Starting 8th, Josh Oswald, our points leader. Alex Veith starting 9th. Round out your top 10s, Hemi Garardini. Starting 11th, Charlie Gates Jr. Starting 12th is Kai Shepard. 13th, Tyler Rice. 14th, William Griffith, deciding not to do a qualifying effort. Michael Swink starting 15th. And RB main winner, Phil Hitman Monzo, starting 16th. So we are 1 to go, getting ready to go green. Kevin Anderson going to lead us to the green flag. Garrett Kinder on the outside. Hoping to see these guys get real racy, as I bet this will be a fun track. A little bit of banking here. Should be able to try to make make that outside work a little bit. Hopefully some guys have set their cars up that way that they can maintain some momentum, get some grip outside of that bottom line, and try to make some room out there, make some runs. So, but we'll see. Should be a lot of grip out there. Sam Wetstein starting in the pits, deciding that he doesn't want to be a part of any early incidents. Pace car heads down pit road. Kevin Anderson leading the field down, waiting on the green flag, and there it is. Kevin Anderson away. Garrett Kinder follows right behind him. Mike Steffen has a little bit of issue getting going there. But side by side for the lead is Garrett Kinder working that outside, trying to get the take the lead around from Kevin Anderson on the outside. A little high in 3 and 4. That's going to cost him just a little bit as yellow flag is out. Looks like we had a crash between Tyler Rice and Charlie Gates. We'll go back and check that, see exactly what happened. Got Tyler Rice right here. Looks like Charlie Gates just gets down on the apron. So did Tyler Rice. They just grab that apron a little bit and it just spins them around. So caution's out, but no big melees, no big issues. Just a couple drivers with some self spins. Garrett Kinder was able to get the lead after all that. So new leader able to make that high side work, and I think he may have been just ahead of him as the caution flag flew. So the sector that he was ahead, I think, is what got him that position, because I believe when he was starting to fall back in 3 and 4, I think caution was already out. So what a great move there. Not a bad strategy. It's a big deal. In any track, at any point, to have to be the leader, especially if there's going to be a lot of cautions, being able to control the restarts is so important. And no doubt about it here is that now the first start you had to go on green, but everyone after that starts on leader. So the Garrett Kinder will have control of this restart, be able to set the tone and get himself out front with a pretty decent lead, while Kevin Anderson now is going to be regulated to fighting off guys like number 74 of Mike and the 669 of Mike Steffen. All right, we've got the one to go, so we're going to get ready to go back green. Garrett Kinder, your leader. Kevin Anderson second. Mike Aiello Jr. starting third. Mike Steffen fourth, and Thomas Capuano fifth. So let's see if we can get some green flag laps and get these guys racing. We've already seen that top side be able to be a little racy as we see a little accordion effect throughout the field. But Garrett Kinder able to get out to a great start and get a good lead there. But we've got a huge cluster of cars. Oh, Josh Oswald having to get out of it, and man, loses a lot of time. Hemi Gherardini being really kind to him, backing off of him, being smart, not wrecking the points leader, giving him a lot of space. So quick scare there for Josh Oswald as we watch Mike Aiello and Mike Steffen battle for position. Thomas Capuano, excuse me, move him up to third. Looks like Alex Veith going around. No caution is out, so he is backing up, trying to get back on the race, and he's going to come out well ahead of the leader, so he's going to be kind of slow. I guess iRacing. Oh, now Charlie Gates spins as well, and so now caution is out. So Alex V very happy to see that second spin, as iRacing apparently just does not like him and decided when he spun and is sitting in the middle of the track, they didn't want a caution. So Charlie Gates Jr., iRacing Shield confirmed. We are under our second caution of the night. Garrett Kinder, your leader. Couple guys going down pit road. The two guys who spun, Alex Veith and Charlie Gates Jr. I'm not sure if either one of them had any kind of damage, so I'm not real sure. Let's see how long they take in pit road. See, Alex Veith was in the pits for about 8 seconds. Charlie Gates Jr. had been in pits for quite a while now, so not really sure. I can't believe he already used his fast repair. It looks like he's doing optional repairs, something like that. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to use his fast repair. Got a little bit of damage. And wants to save that fast repair. Not sure. Both guys coming down getting that taken care of. Last week we had a fantastic race. Got to see a couple guys use that push bar there. Thomas Capuano being one of them. Hopefully we see some of that tonight. The guys can try to keep that car under. Just seem to be flirting with that apron just a little bit too much. You want to be wrapped around the bottom, so it makes sense. But got to be careful you don't upset that car. Garrett Kinder, our leader, take off. Get a great start. After our second caution, we watch these guys go down the corners trying to fight for position. You see William Griffith in that blue 12 machine. He has made up quite a few spots, started all the way in the back, and he has run in the top side, just making it work. Guys are pretty much always going to be committed to the bottom side of the short track, but he is driving it in deep, making it stick on that high side. Mike Aiello on the top side, but not able to make up as much ground as Griff is. So Griff's probably hoping that he'll jump back down on the bottom and he can continue his trek to the front, working that outside. He is doing a great job of it. Hasn't found anybody just yet. Ooh, have to be careful there. Hasn't found anybody just yet. He couldn't make it work. So doing a great job. Got a little bit too high there. Wasn't able to make the pass. Seems to be really good in 1 and 2. He's going to jump back down to the bottom now, so move him up to 6th place. Check back here on Sam Wetstein, who started from the pits. Decided not to start in the middle of the pack where he qualified. Instead decided to run back here and be cautious. He had a couple DNFs in a row, so man, he just wants to be at the end of one of these, and I don't disagree with him at all. You come here, you want to race and run the whole race, and being out early both races, man, it just really takes the wind out of your sails. So trying to just make sure he's there at the end. Move up front. Thomas Capuano is moved into second place and starting to put a little bit of pressure on Garrett Kendry. He's last week's winner. Thomas is, so already showing a lot of speed. These two cars seem really equal, as Charlie Gates Jr. looks like he has crashed and he has went ahead and got out of the car. So Charlie Gates not having a great night. Really rough start. We watched the battle for third place. It's Kevin Anderson and Mike Aiello. There's Kevin Anderson starting to fall back just a little bit. Seems to start on the pole every week, so definitely comes in with great qualifying speed. But you know, everybody runs the race differently. But in the last couple races, he has lost some spots after a few laps into the race. So I don't know if he's saving too much. Maybe the setup is not where he needs it to be, but has no problem getting on the pole, that's for sure. Check in on Mike Steffen, who's under fire from William Griffith, trying to break into the top 5. You see Griffith trying to do what he was doing before, get up to the high side, but it's not working as well. These guys may be pushing a little bit harder than it was before. You see Mike Hasty taking a peek down below William Griffith there. Nice little battle here from third on back. Top 2 have checked out as they have really jumped into their own zip code at this point. Hard to really say if any one of these two is faster. Thomas has run down Garrett, but hasn't really shown the speed to be able to maybe pass him just yet. But, you know, if I get to the back of somebody, especially the leader, you know, I can just ride and take it easy and not push too hard, save a little bit more than him maybe. We still have 100 laps to go, 98 this time by laps to go. So if I'm running second and I'm right on the back bumper of the leader, that's a pretty good spot. The only better spot is being in the lead itself. As long as he's not getting away, you can just take it easy and ride, and then when it comes down to crunch time, be ready to make a move. So let's do our own little version of Crank It Up. Let's hear these cars and all the sounds that go with it. well, let's check in on the field here and let's see what we got going on. As we've got a good little green flag run here. Everything's kind of holding steady right now, as all the quick movers, guys who are definitely further back than what their car is capable of, has really started to settle in. So let's go through the field. Of course, we got Garrett Kinder up front, followed closely by Thomas Capuano, Mike Aiello Jr. in third, Kevin Anderson right behind him. Kevin Anderson hadn't really let him get away just yet. Mike Steffen rounding out the top 5. Rim Griffith under 5 from Mike Hasty. So starting to maybe fall back just a little bit. His charge to the front has kind of stalled out a little bit. Mike Hasty trying to complete the pass. It looks like he should be able to do it right here. Josh Oswalt, after that early little scare, who has gotten back to where he started, looking to make a move on Griff here for the 7th position. Kai Shepard up 3 spots from where he started, running in 9th. Tyler Rice up 3 spots from where he started, running in 10th. Alex Veith had that self-spin, so he's dropped back a couple spots, but still doing a great job. After that, good recovery. Sam Wetstein starting from the pits, just slowly trying to find his way back up near the front. Hemi Gherardini seemed to have dropped back a couple spots, but still in the hunt. Phil Hitman Monzo, our B main winner, running in 14th, and then Charlie Gates, Michael Swink are out of the race. So that's our field right now. As we head back up to the front, we can see that the leaders are starting to get close to some lap traffic. See, Thomas, like I said, was able to get to him, just hasn't been able to really make any more progress in that. We got a battle here for thirds. Kevin Anderson back on the inside of Mike Aiello. Not quite able to complete it just yet. 74 machine fights back on the outside. These guys racing hard for 3rd place. Mike not going to give it up, but Kevin should be able to get it here as he's got the preferred line going in 1 and 2. Mike just kind of runs high, maybe just to give the spot to him. Gets a great run off the corner, though. But move Kevin Anderson up to 3rd place. Right now, a lot of guys starting to show a little bit of speed that wasn't there before. As we check lap times as we go across the line. Right now, Mike Hasty back in 6th place, who started in 5th and dropped back a spot or 2. But he is the fastest car on the track by almost a 10th that last lap. And that's been a couple laps like that, but also somebody to be paying attention to is Kevin Anderson, who is starting to make his way back up to the front. Fell back just a little bit. Like I said, I was talking about how he's always able to start on the pole, but dropped back a little bit, just taking his time, and we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. As he has been. He's faster than Mike Hasty by quite a bit that last time. So Kevin Anderson on the move, making his way back up to the front. Kevin Kinder says, a good green run. I agree, man. I was excited to see this. You always worry there's going to be too many cautions, and I'm really scared to say anything. But so far, a great little run here as we get to see some different strategies play out. Thomas Capuano driving hard up there to get to Kinder, not able to make a pass or really make a move on him. Hadn't really been able to get much closer than where he is. But right now, man, Kevin Anderson just a tenth a lap faster than the 2 leaders every lap. So he is making up a lot of time here. You start to see him creep into the picture. Oh! Michaello is crawling the wall and spinning out on the front straightaway. So I definitely should not have opened my mouth, as he is smoking, trying to see if he can get that thing. As you can tell, that thing is really junked. Man, what a tough deal. Having a great run, running 4th. Let's go back and see kind of what happened to him. Just gets wide off the corner and just gets into the wall and then just climbs it. When he gets down, doesn't get into anybody, just overcorrects. I wouldn't say overcorrects. He just kind of was along for the ride and just hits that outside wall. And just a hard hit. It's a tough wreck there. As he is still crab walking down the back straightaway, hoping to get into pit road, get that fast repair, but it cannot be fun to drive like this. You see he's got the wheel cranked all the way over to the right, trying to get this thing to turn. You know, I don't know if his motor's blown. Is he going to make it back to pit road? But it seems like he's coasting right now, and if he cannot make it, oh, this is going to be painful if he's not able to make it into a stall, because he'll have to actually get out and tow for a couple minutes. There's his pit crew right there. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it. Oh, my goodness. Just makes it. Wow. He's going to be a lap down or 2. But what a great job, as his motor had definitely expired and was trying to make it to get that fast repair, and he does. So a great job by him making it down there and getting that fast repair. That was a close call. Check the tower here and see. Yeah, he's only 1 lap down, so he should be able to get that lap back if they have another caution, which I would say is likely. Get everybody bunched back up. It's possible that we have another incident. He'll be right back in the thick of things as long as he's not the incident. Kevin Kinder, or Garrett Kinder and Thomas Capuano kind of checked out on the field, but Kevin Anderson was starting to make up some ground. We'll see if these tires have equalized or if Kevin Anderson is just that much better. As you see Thomas go down to the inside to block Kevin there from getting that position on him. So Kevin's going to have to fight off Mike Steffen, and they get through with no problem. Josh Oswald looking to the outside of Mike Hasty, but the 72 and 181 machine I've got my eyes on because their lap times were much better than the competition's end of that last run. So let's see if they keep that up, as Josh Oswald working that top side, able to make that move work, able to get around Mike Hasty. I think he's probably listened to the broadcast, heard me talk about 2 guys all around him, saying, wait a minute, I'm the points leader. Why aren't you talking about me? Well, hell, Josh, here I am talking about you. As he is trying to make his way back up to the front. Show these guys why he is currently sitting top of the point standings. Just a gaggle of cars right here. 6 cars just nose to tail. You know, I was singing Mike Hasty's praises, but it just seems like it takes him a few laps to either he's just a little bit cautious about fighting guys so early in a run, or he wants to pick them off one at a time. But he was moving forward, and here on this restart, he's already lost a couple spots. Check in on the lead. Thomas kind of doing what he's been doing this whole race, just getting close to Kinder, but just not really able to make a move on it. That's a great question. Kevin Kinder asked, on a fast repair, do they get new tires? No, they do not. They just go in and get any other damage fixed, engine repair, any kind of suspension damage, all that stuff is fixed, but the tires will remain the same ones that they've had all race long. You see Thomas being really aggressive on the entry, sliding up in the corner, just kind of a very aggressive driving style. Trying to find some sort of grip somewhere to give him an advantage, trying to get by Garrett as he sees Kevin Anderson all over his rear view mirror as we've got a battle here. Top 3, nose to tail. And Thomas gets a little bit of that wall, but just a tiny bit. You know, last week we were in this scenario, and Kevin Anderson was in front. Thomas Capuano leaned on him with that push bar and pushed him out of the groove and was able to pass him. Will Kevin Anderson repay the favor? He said he doesn't like to race like that, but you know what? When it wins on the line, you can say one thing, but we'll see if let's see if he really meant it. It seems like he's fast enough to just make the pass without any kind of contact. He's going to do that right here. Go down into the inside, and Thomas kind of knew what was going on. Had to either actually check up there coming off the corner, but moved Kevin Anderson up to second place. And Kevin Anderson on the move now as like I said, we might be seeing the effects of going too hard too soon. As Thomas is trying to stop the bleeding, but Mike Steffen made the same move Kevin did. It's on his inside, trying to take third place. He's not going to give it up easy. He's going to fight for it. Oh, as Thomas gets in the wall, almost it does climb it a little bit, but able to hang on to it as he gets a little bit loose on the outside of our points leader. So Thomas Capuano going backwards in a hurry. He tries to jump down in line in front of William Griffin. And we turn our attention to the lead here. It's Kevin Anderson ready to pounce. You can definitely tell his car is able just to move around the track a little bit more than these guys, so you definitely tell he's a lot faster. But Garrett Kinder not going to just give it up easy. Just a little bit over halfway. So if Garrett can hang on to this top spot, make Kevin fight for it a little bit, burn his stuff up, might equalize that advantage that Kevin has. Back up here. Thomas Capuano trying to go back on the inside of Josh Oswald. Josh was able to get by him a few laps ago, but Thomas fighting back, trying to maintain his, Josh gets a little bit loose off that corner there. Now he is under fire from Mike Hasty. He has to really get on the brakes to stay off the back end. Good job, everybody, not causing a pile up there. We have had a great race so far after those first couple incidents. It's been, and William Griffith tries to climb the wall himself. Kai Schapper going to come up and take advantage of that. So guys starting to feel the effects of those tires to wear off as we are got a battle for the lead here as Kevin Anderson is going to go to the inside. Garrett Kinder's still going to fight back on the outside, not going to give him that exit that Kevin needs. Kevin drives real deep into the corner that time and is able to clear it, but we got the crossover. Garrett Kinder going to come back. Passing for the lead is not going to be that easy. Garrett Kinder not going to go away easy as Kevin Anderson was able to clear him right there. Garrett's still there, fighting hard on the inside. Still not able to clear Garrett Kinder, and that's drawing everybody in. Mike Steffen's loving to see this. Kevin Anderson gets a great run right there. Let's see if he's able to complete the job. Garrett going to try to put that car back on the bottom side. Kevin just hoping that the momentum's enough to carry, and they make a little bit of contact there. Very, very close. But Kevin Anderson able to complete that pass. What a hard-fought pass for the lead, as now Garrett Kinder under fire from Mike Steffen. And Thomas making his way back up there. So with still quite a few laps left to go, I still have my eye on Mike Hasty. Mike Hasty is got a lot of speed. He just seems to be holding back. Doesn't want to be too aggressive. Because his lap times, whenever he's got some clean air, nobody right in front of him, he can really lay them down. So I think he's just waiting for the right opportunity. And, Josh Oswald sort of opening a hole there that he could go through as Thomas is out of the groove. Drops him back to 6th. He was fighting for the lead not too long ago, and now is back in 6th place. As our two leaders, Garrett Kinder, Thomas Capuano, starting to move backwards a little bit as Garrett Kinder now under fire from Mike Steffen, while Kevin Anderson is starting to walk the dog a little bit here. 7/10 of second lead, and it is growing every lap as he's about a 10th faster than second and third place. But Josh Oswalt and Mike Hasty also really, really fast. So check times at the line there. That time, as Thomas Capuano goes around. And we are under caution. Let's see what happened to him. Trying to get that car to turn a little bit, and gets a little bit loose. I don't know. I thought he had saved it. Let's go back inside and let's watch. Back down on that apron a little bit. Probably having issues turning the car. Maybe trying to use that left front to turn it. As it looks like he... let's go back and watch that again. And just for a good measure, let's watch that one more time. Maybe an itchy leg there, I don't know. anyway, that brings out the caution. And we've got a few people in the pits, I'm assuming, to get fuel. Maybe some guys not able to make it on fuel. That's an interesting development. We haven't seen that in a while. So maybe a couple guys short on fuel. Pretty much all the leaders except for Kevin Anderson and Mike Steffen come down. Pit times of 9 to 10 seconds. So definitely coming down to get fuel. It looks like Kevin Anderson, Mike Steffen had plenty of fuel, and so that puts Kai Shappert up to 3rd place, Alex Veith up to 4th, and Sam Wetstein starting from the pits. Finding his way up into the top 5. Going to move up to 4th now as Mike Steffen decides he needs to get more fuel and not going to make it, so he's going to come down pit road. So a big development here is we're on lap 84 of 125. A caution brought out, very mysterious caution. But guys deciding that they need to come in and get fuel because they're not going to make it. It's the only thing I can think of, because they don't have extra tires unless something has changed or something I'm not aware of. But most of the time, they only got one set of tires. It looks like they're just getting fuel to try to make it to the end there. So can Kevin Anderson make it? Everybody else needed to come down pit road, but Kevin Anderson electing to stay out. So we'll see if he is good to go or if we're going to have a little bit of fuel strategy here. No, Steve, they only have the one set of tires they start with, so no tire changes in this series. Really, the only thing they can get is fuel and their fast repair. And most of the time they have enough fuel, but it looks like tonight that they were going to be a little bit short because those guys definitely wouldn't have pitted for anything else other than fuel. So going to be a lot going on here is Garrett Kinder, Mike Hasty, Thomas Capuano. Quite a few guys at the front are now in the mid-pack, so we're going to see a lot of action here as Kevin Anderson is going to be excited to see because he's going to be able to set sail. Well, let's watch this race as unfolds as these guys try to make their way back up to the front. Guys all the way at the top of the track as they're trying to make their way, and Tyler Rice gets into the wall, climbs it a little bit. Mike Steffen almost gets sideswiped. Very scary moment there as these guys trying to make their way towards the front. Sam Wetstein in the wall. Oh no, gets into, oh my goodness, and William Griffith gets turned. Just a mess there. Kind of all started with Sam Wetstein, and he looks like he went around as well. Just gets into that wall and probably just trying to give a little bit more room, and those tires just grabbed, and he shot up the wall and just was trying to catch it, and a couple guys not lifting, and very scary as we kind of go back and see what happened. We're a little bit too far ahead now. Sam just getting a little bit too high off that corner and just gets into the wall there. And Garardini trying to stay off of him, gets into him. William Griffith gets around, and then Sam just kind of grabs that apron. We've seen that a couple times as Thomas Capuano not able to get around him. So Thomas in pit road along with William Griffith getting their fast repairs after those incidents. So we've had a lot of drama here lately. A looked like it was, Kevin Anderson was sailing off into the sunset, and a very odd caution brought out by a single car. Has really shaken things up as guys had to come in and get fuel and trying to work their way back up to the front. Now a couple players, William Griffith, Thomas Capuano, in pits, had to get their fast repair, so they'll be at the very back. Sam Wetstein also with some issue there. Hemi Gherardini was involved in that. Looks like he's okay. He's staying out on the track. And, yeah, so a few guys involved in that. We are side by side getting ready to go green, but we're missing Alex Veith. I don't know. He was there, and then he's gone, and now he's back. Okay, good. Thought we'd lost him for a second. We are getting ready to go back green with about 34 laps to go. Kevin Anderson gets a great start, stacks up that bottom line a little bit. It's a little bit of an accordion. Mike Casey getting really out of it. Trying to give these guys plenty of room. Garrett Kinder going to stick his car in there 3 wide. Excuse me, thank you very much. I'm going to the front. As you do not have time to let Kevin Anderson get away. As so far, we just don't know if Kevin is able to make it on gas. A couple guys had to come in and top off. So that's kind of the question right now. Has Kevin Anderson been able to save enough? Did he set up enough? As Tyler Rice has crashed on the front stretch. No caution. He is going to come to a stop on the track. Kind of see what's going on here. No caution. Doesn't really make too much sense to me, iRacing, but okay. Tyler Rice gonna go a lap down here, and looks like he's headed to pit road. Go back out, check on the leader. Kevin Anderson. Last time by, fastest car on the track. Really laying down some good lap times. This Garrett Kinder also put down some really fast laps. And Mike Hasty has moved up into that third position, so no surprise there. I've been waiting on him to get to the front. I think, I'm not playing favorites for sure, but Mike Hasty just has shown enough speed. He may be the only one that still has something left for Kevin Anderson. So we're going to have about 28 laps to figure that out. So if he wants to get going, he's going to get up here, get around Garrett Kinder, and try to run him down. We've got a battle back here between Alex Veith, Mike Steffen, Josh Oswald. Josh Oswald there with just nowhere to go. He's trying to follow Mike Steffen through. These guys all pitted on that last caution to get fuel, or the next to last caution. Just check in on William Griffith. Looks like his fast repair is gone, and he is getting a lot of repairs, not able to get back into this one. It doesn't look like it. He is over 5 minutes into his repair, so it seems like substantial damage. Lap times last time by, Mike Hasty, Kevin Anderson going tick for tack. So Mike Hasty's definitely starting to put a lot of pressure on Garrett Kinder. He's going to have to make quick work of him. He's going to get around him. He can't wait too long because he got to get around Kinder, which could take 2 or 3 laps because Garrett's definitely not going to give it up for free. And if he gets around him, then he has to run down Kevin Anderson and then get around him. So not a whole lot of time. Got to make good use, be efficient. That time around, Garrett Kinder laying down an extremely fast lap. So Garrett Kinder digging down deep, trying to find a little bit of extra there. Like I said, right now we're kind of watching the. We know that Garrett Kinder, Mike Hasty can make it on fuel. Kevin Anderson, we really don't know. I don't know what a fuel run is, but knowing that a bunch of guys went in and got topped off of fuel, that lets me know that it was close. So we're going to find out if Kevin Anderson, Mike Hasty drives it deep down in there. A little surprises Garrett Kinder maybe just a little bit. Slides up a little bit off that corner, not able to complete the pass just yet as Garrett Kinder is going to have a run there, but should be able to take it here in 1 and 2 as Garrett Kinder going to try to do a crossover here. So Mike Hasty going to have to defend off the top. Drives it in really, really deep. That's going to open the door up for Garrett Kinder. Garrett Kinder not going to give it up easy. Kevin Anderson loving this, though, as these guys are battling hard. Let's see if Mike Hasty not quite able to do that crossover as Garrett Kinder gets off, but he is able to get there, so he can, they make a little bit of contact. No accident, that's good. I like to see guys bump and bang, but not wreck each other. As Garrett Kinder going to be the loser in that exchange. Going to drop back to, Mike Hasty has to get out of the throttle. That's going to open the door for Mike Hasty, or Mike Steffen, excuse me. Too many damn Mikes in this race. As we got a great battle for second, and caution is out. Looks like Kai Shepard, Thomas Capuano involved in this. Let's go back and go on board with Thomas here. Yeah, it looks like just a racing incident. It looks like Thomas was trying to fight up off the bottom. You kind of see his car kind of bouncing. He's trying to get the thing to turn, and then Kai was also, his ass end was coming off, kind of slipping out. And they just come together off the corner there, just racing hard. So that self-spin that he did didn't really pay off for him, as he is in the pits again getting some repairs done. So did not work out for him, but under caution again, that's good for Kevin Anderson. If he was close on gas, it's going to allow him to save a bunch of fuel. And that's still kind of the story, but I'm excited to see what Mike Hasty, the number 72 machine, has for Kevin, as he was able to match lap times or be a little bit faster in the second half of this race. So I'm excited to see what those two can do. Lights are still on the pace car, and that's really good for Kevin if he's worried about fuel at all. Like I said, I may be playing this up for the broadcast, and he may have plenty of fuel, but it's really hard to say. But while we're getting ready to go back green, we'll kind of go through the field as it stands. We've got Mike Hasty or Kevin Anderson in the lead, Mike Hasty second, Mike Steffen third, Garrett Kinder in fourth, Josh Oswald in fifth, Alex Veith in sixth, Mike Aiello in seventh, Sam Wetstein in eighth, Hemi Garardini in ninth, Phil Hitman Monzo rounding out the top 10. We got Kai Shepard in 11th, Thomas Capuano in 12th, or out of the race actually. He is retired. William Griffith in 14th, Tyler Rice in 13th, William Griffith in 14th, still sitting on pit road, and Charlie Gates out of the race. So 11 cars on the lead lap, so you really can't make a mistake here. You got to be smart, and an accident here, you're still going to end up quite a few spots back. So getting ready to go green with 14 laps to go. Kevin Anderson caught the field slipping, at least Mike Hasty, and Mike Hasty in trouble as Mike Steffen able to get to his inside. Hasty trying to fight back on the outside, just not able to get back to Mike as he is under fire from Garrett Kinder, and he is going to have to battle again as Garrett drives real deep into the corner, able to clear him. So looks like he's going to be under fire from Josh Oswald, but able to clear him into one. 12 laps to go, coming to 11. Does Kevin Anderson have the fuel? Does he have the speed to hold off these guys who are on a late charge now? There's no point saving tires anymore. If you've got anything left, now is the time to use it. Mike Steffen looks like he may have some left in the tank for Kevin Anderson. Mike Steffen, the fastest car on the track right now, as Garrett Kinder dives down to the corner, gets to the back bumper of Mike. Very close there, almost some contact as Mike Hasty looking down to the inside of Garrett Kinder. Kinder drives down into the corner to defend that position. And so we are nose to tail, first through fifth, as this battle is heating up. What a great race so far. And they are putting on a show like every week. 9 laps to go. Kevin Anderson still in control. Who has anything to go up there and challenge him? Who started on the pole, dropped back a few spots, and worked his way back up to the front, and now in command of this race. Garrett Kinder, though, looks like to be a man on the mission, as he is definitely driving way more aggressive than anybody else. And I think that's what you got to do. You're not going to beat Kevin just following him and just taking your time. And we're coming to 7 laps to go. Mike Hasty got a great run on Garrett, but just nothing to do. Oh, and it looks like Kevin Anderson is out of fuel. Our race leader, pole sitter, who decided to stay out on that pit road, on that one caution, is out of fuel. So that turns the lead over to Mike Steffen. So now guys were sitting there fighting for second place. It's now the lead as Mike Steffen has the position on Garrett Kinder. Garrett Kinder, all of a sudden, new life, is going to try to run down and take this victory. Mike Steffen kind of gifted the lead, but that's the best way of taking the lead. Now he's in defensive mode. He's no longer in attack. He is trying to defend against three very fast drivers, as Joshua Oswald right off the screen there. So big development there as Kevin Anderson has to go in and get top off for fuel. So he definitely could not make it. 4 laps to go. Mike Steffen what a huge development. as these guys are turning the exact same lap time last time around. Let's see what it is this time. Yeah, they are running as hard as humanly possible with these tires that they've got left on them can muster. Coming to 2 laps to go. Does Garrett Kinder, Mike Steffen gets a little bit high off the corner there. I think Garrett Kinder started to smell blood there in the waters. He's going to go down to the inside. Is Mike Steffen going to be able to defend it? Going to be close there. Definitely not going to give each other room. And Mike Steffen pinches really hard on that inside. And Garrett Kinder, what a great move, great sportsman move is to try to kind of back up. As we're under caution, is Mike Aiello crashes. So we're coming to the white flag. Mike Steffen had this race won, but he is going to have to re-rack them and do it again as we are under a first green-white checker. What a great race there by the 2 leaders, Mike Steffen and Garrett Kinder. As we go back, let's see if we can go back and see that battle. Yeah, this is great camera work, but I don't know exactly where that happened. I think it was, right here. We watch him go down in the corner and just so close. Just no room for Garrett Kinder and Mike Steffen doing what he had to do to protect the lead, and it's hard to really fault him. It's really, really close racing, though. So a crazy turn of events is Kevin Anderson now a lap down after having to make that pit stop there for fuel, who had pretty much was pretty much setting sail there, but just wasn't able to make it on fuel and had to come down pit road, and that gave the lead to Mike Steffen, who has done a great job putting himself into position. And so when that happened, he was in the catbird seat and was able to control the race there, but he still has the lead, and so he is going to be in the best position. He just has to be careful to get that good restart that the leader is afforded in these situations and get out and get too far ahead that Garrett Kinder can't get to him. And if you're Garrett Kinder, you have to get a great restart because Mike Hasty is going to be on that bottom lane, and if you're slow on the start, that's going to give that inside position to him. So if you're Garrett Kinder, you have to be thinking right now as we're getting ready to. Looks like we're on the 2 to green. As you got the next couple laps to really think about it. He's going to have to try to time the restart and get a good jump with Mike Steffen and be able to put pressure on him almost immediately. You just don't have a couple laps to really get back into the groove. So you just have to go. All right, lights are off on the pace car. You're looking at Mike Steffen inside. Our leader going to have the control of the restart. Garrett Kinder on the outside, second place. Inside of the second row, Mike Hasty in that 72 car. Outside of him, 17, our points leader of Josh Oswalt. Alex Veith behind him, and then Sam Wetstein on the outside of that 98 car with a great recovery in the top 5. So Mike Steffen really backing the field up a little bit as we're getting ready to go green. Pace car is off. Mike Steffen goes. Garrett Kinder not ready for that restart. Is Mike Hasty able to make that jump and get into that second spot? So move Mike Hasty up there as he's getting ready to make a charge for the front, and he is guns blazing, gets a huge run off the corner. As we go down to 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. Three-way battle for the lead. Mike Steffen checks up just a little bit. Mike Hasty gets off the gas a little bit. I think it's time to go. I don't think you have time to do that. As Garrett Kinder is all over the back end of him. Now is that time as Mike Steffen is going to try to park it a little bit. But here we come down to the last turn. 3 and 4. Does Mike Hasty have anything? As Mike backs the corner up a little bit, try to get a run, but not able to do it. And Mike Steffen going to take advantage of that fuel strategy and going to take the win tonight in the Boehm's Lawn Service 125. What a great race. Great drive by him. What a great win. Fought hard. Great side-by-side racing. Hard racing. Bouncing off each other. Not wrecking. Gotta love it. What a fantastic race that was. These guys put on a show tonight. So, man, that was fun to watch. A lot of drama there at the end. A lot of stuff going on. But we pull up the results and just kind of look at them and see. Mike Steffen, of course, Mike Hasty finishing second. Garrett Kinder in third. Josh Oswald, points leader, finishing fourth, right behind the second place points driver, Garrett Kinder. So Garrett not able to make up that many points. And Alex Beath rounding out your top five. So fantastic race there. Just a lot of fun all around. Yeah, Kevin Kinder said his heart rate is up. No doubt about it. So let's go ahead and bring some drivers in here. Let's talk to them and get their opinions about what happened and see what they think. Garrett Kinder already in the booth. What's going on? This is you got me?
Yeah, I got you, Eddie.
Well, congratulations on third place, man. You were up front all day. When Kevin Anderson you were out front there early on and just kind of seemed to lose the car a little bit. And there at the end when Kevin Anderson had to pit for fuel, man, it just seemed like you had a second life there, that you just came alive and you were just driving so hard and almost had a pass for the lead and had to back up out of it at the last second, man. Tell me about your race, man. How'd it go?
Man, that setup, it's probably one of the better ones I've made, and it was a fun car to drive. The balance was pretty good all night. Of course, I ate that right rear up a little bit more than I did the right front, but nothing too extreme. Car felt great. It really did. It was rolling the centers really well. It was driving off pretty straight, except for late run. I started driving pretty hard and getting a little pushy. But, man, it was just a fun race all around. Yeah, I'd like to have won this one. I feel like I had a pretty tough car to beat, but ended up not really contact by anybody's fault or anything like that. Just some racing stuff going on, dropped me back a couple spots that I was able to make up. And then the fuel strategy thing, I thought, surely I'd have enough fuel to finish whenever I started, because I was cutting car off. I was probably had the car killed under caution more than I had it started. And I thought for sure I'd be able to make it on fuel, but we got down to the 30, 40 to go and realized I wasn't going to have the juice to make it. So had to come in and pit and make up some spots that way. But, man, it was a fun race. I like Richmond. It's a good track for me. Didn't make up many points on Oswald. He had a good run tonight, but he's had a heck of a season. So big shout out to him. Shout out to Michael for winning the race. He and I were cutting it up in practice pretty good. So good to see him got there and win one. Mike Hasty, good run for him too. It stinks for Kevin. Kevin's always fast, man. He comes out here, lays down hot laps for practice, and then he was up there leading there towards the end, and I'm guessing he just ran out of fuel. That was kind of a concern that a lot of us had, but it was a fun race, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, yeah, man, you got any shout-outs, any sponsors you want to shout out?
Oh, yeah. I got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch for coming on board. Love having them back home. I heard you talking to my dad saying the heart rate was up. Well, Dad, you should. It's a little sweaty over here in the old Kinder household. It worked up my heart rate a little bit, too. It was good racing, bumper to bumper, having a good time with it. Ratchet Speed Shop coming on board this season. He's a friend, but he's family. Thank you, Eddie, for broadcasting these things, man. I love going back and watching them. They're just an absolute blast. Oswald over here at Thunderstruck. He's kind of running the gamut a little bit. I think he's got the leading points here. I think he's got the leading points in the super lates, the 87s over there in Rebels, and heck, I think he's got the lead in something else I couldn't tell you. But So he's having a dang good stretch of luck. I won't call it luck. He's been driving the wheels off of it. So shout out to him and everybody over here at Thunderstruck that makes this thing happen.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, man. That was a good race.
Thank you.
Well, all
One
right.
point. If he was
Well,
6 points behind me, he gained 7.
somehow drug myself into the other channel. All right, well, let's talk to Mike Hasty, our second place finisher. Mike, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Eddie, how are you, bud?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Look, I had
Cool.
I had my eyeball on you there towards the middle of that run as I was watching your lap times, and you were really one of the faster cars on the track. But just tough to make it up to the front. It seemed like you're not really passive, but you're not super aggressive, and you're taking care of your car and taking care of others. And I definitely respect that. But you found yourself up there in second place at the end, and just needed a little bit more time, I think. Kind of talk me through your race and what you could have done maybe at the end there to try to take home this win.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, it was a cool race overall. I like the track and I like running with these guys. It was a fun race. Started, I think, I don't know, fifth or sixth or I don't know, seventh. I don't know. Just kind of managed from the beginning and wasn't really in too big of a hurry. Already did the fuel calculations and knew there was no way to make it, and so I figured I would, try to run early, pretty conservative, and see if maybe we can get some cautions and stretch it out. And then once we realized there was just no way to do that, I went ahead and got a couple positions that would help me for when I was able to pit, and I got out pretty good, and actually I started 10th on the restart after that. Got my boat back up to 5th or 4th pretty quick though, and yeah, the car was great, setup was great. I don't know, everybody run clean. I did get into Garrett. I apologize to him. You're right that I try to be pretty passive and not too aggressive, but I got under him and got a little loose and bumped him, and just because I'm not aggressive all the time, it's just I guess I don't do that part as well. But yeah, it felt good and loved it. 2 in a row. I think I'm second. So.
Well, it was still a fantastic race, and even though you're not as aggressive, it's still fun to watch you make those moves and still come home. I mean, you had a chance at the win there, so it's good to see that pay off for you. Did you think you had anything on the restart? You had a great restart. Garrett Kinder kind of got left behind. You were able to get under him and go for second. You think you would have had it? You needed another lap or so, or do you have anything for Mike Steffen?
It's possible. Obviously, anyone can screw up. Mike was pretty fast the whole day and running, I think, a similar kind of race. He didn't seem like he needed to be aggressive until towards the end where you get up front. So I don't think that I could have just straight up beat him. I could have maybe gotten into him a little bit though. Wasn't worth it. I'm not going to win that way. So I thought it was great. He did a great job. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was a good one.
Awesome, man. Well, it was fun to watch you. You got any shout outs? Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I say thanks to Josh for doing this. Thanks for doing this broadcast every week. I have went back and watched. You're doing an awesome job, and that is cool. And the Rocket Nation guys for helping out and goofing off in the practice before the race and trying to work on a decent setup and stuff. So thanks to those guys.
The 1-2 finish. So
yeah,
y'all are doing something right. Well, congratulations, Mike.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You have yourself a good one.
We appreciate the shout out as well. So let's talk to our winner, Mike Steffen. If I can get him up here, Mike, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Hey, I gotta go.
Mike, man, congratulations on that win, man. That was awesome. I've talked to you. It seemed like I talk to you almost every week. It feels like, and tonight you were up there the whole race, and I'm not gonna say it was luck, but it was good fortune that you happened to be in second when Kevin has to pull off and go get gas, and just kind of you were kind of inherited that lead and just never gave it up, man. You were super fast all night, and there at the end you were laying down some lap times, just not letting those guys get to you. Kind of talk me through your race, man. How'd it go for you? And tell me at the end there, when Kevin pulled off, what you were thinking.
Yeah, no, car felt really good all night. I'd really dialed in. Not particularly fond of this place, but to take it. Yeah, he obviously teammates, so we were talking about some fuel stuff, and last second I kind of took took fuel there and kind of played that gamble to get to the field there. Luckily, got some luck there to avoid some stuff. And then, he took it, or he actually didn't take any fuel and ran out. So kind of glad I didn't take that chance. Sometimes it's, 50-50 chance of that fuel stuff. So we just kind of lucked out there at the end.
Yeah, so that battle between you and Garrett Kinder was awesome, man. You guys were fighting hard there, and he got inside of you, and man, you fought really close, and y'all made a little bit of contact, but nobody wrecked, so it's all fair, all a good game. What was it like up there battling for the lead, trying to hold off somebody like Garrett?
Yeah, I know he's going to have to do something there. There's certainly no intentions to squeeze him down there low. Just start racing there. I knew he was going to take a move there, take a chance on the inside, because I was taking that lead apex on almost every corner there. So, I don't know. I don't even think we got connected as far as 0x and stuff. But, just start racing, and he's a good opponent.
Well, man, congratulations again, man. That was such a fun race, and you did everything right tonight to take home this win. It's a great place to get a victory in a great series. So congratulations to you. You got anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just the boys, Rocket guys, the Moneymakers Motorsports, and we'll help me out each week.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, Ed. Thanks.
Well, there you have it. Mike Steffen takes home the win tonight. Started third and was able to take home the victory after Kevin Anderson had to pull off, and get gas there. So played the fuel strategy right, did everything right tonight, comes away with the victory. So congratulations to them. Rocca guys finishing 1-2. So congratulations to them. And we'll kind of go through. Let's see. We kind of already went through the results, but we'll go through them one more time just to make sure everybody gets a shout out for their great job. Mike Steffen, Mike Hasey, Garrett Kinder, Josh Oswald fourth, Alex V fifth. Sam Wetstein, just want to give him a shout out as he been having a tough few races. Climbed the wall one time in this race, and looked like he was going to be another of the same. But was able to recover and come home with a sixth place finish, which is fantastic. Hemi Garradini with a great seventh place finish. Kai Shepard in eighth. Phil Hitman Monzo, the winner of the B main. The large field B main was able to come home and finish inside the top 10, which is fantastic. So congratulations to Phil Hitman Monzo for that. Kevin Anderson, disappointing. Top 10, but still top 10 nonetheless. Tyler Rice in 11th. Mike Aiello Jr. 12th. Thomas Capuano 13th. William Griffith 14th. Charlie Gates Jr. and Michael Swink round out the field. So congratulations. I want to thank Josh Oswald and all the guys in Thunderstruck who put this league on. It's so much fun. The guys here are just great racers, good guys, and they put on a show every week. So it's fun to broadcast. I enjoy it for sure. And I want to thank Zach Wetstein, Sam Wetstein, for allowing me to use Rebel Racing Network. And hope that I do them justice. And I hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. I want to thank Sherry Lund, Kevin Kinder, Steve McDonald, Ratchet Miller, Steve, and those guys who support us in chat and support each other. That's always fun when y'all just don't know what it means for family members to come in and support your hobby, especially something silly as iRacing. We understand this is it's not a real thing; it's a video game, but we try to have fun with it. We try to replicate real life, and so when you have your family members and friends support you and cheer you on, there's really nothing like it. So we definitely appreciate y'all whenever y'all show up and watch. And I hope y'all have a fantastic night, and we'll see y'all next week as we hit Hickory Motor Speedway for the last race of the season, and we will close down the championship as Josh Oswald was able to keep that lead pretty substantial after this race. So I think he's probably pretty much got it locked up, but we will see next week, and definitely with the championship almost but locked up, probably could let some guys kind of drive a little bit more freely and not worry about taking guys out, as we still had a really, really tight lead or tight battle for third place. So definitely a lot to fight for going down to this last race of the season. So we'll see you next week, and this is Eddie